Hi everyone, welcome back to the Clara CFO Group channel. I wanted to tell you guys about a recent interview I did over on the Financial Clarity podcast with a business banker. And so what I've been noticing is that this episode is getting a little bit more interest because I feel like there's always a little bit of confusion around banking and, what do I need to do when I go to a bank and what do I need if I'm going to go and apply for a line of credit or I need a loan or something like that. It all can seem very confusing and a little overwhelming. And we've done videos here where we talk about the differences versus loans and lines of credit and things like that. But I was like, you know what? We need to talk to somebody who's actually in a bank. And I actually didn't think I was going to be able to get this interview because I thought that banks would not want to show up on YouTube in that way without kind of it being highly regulated and whatnot. I was really excited that the bank that I use, KeyBank, was able to give us one of their really helpful banking relationship managers, and we were able to have a really great conversation. And I've noticed that people are listening to that episode a good bit. So I wanted to make sure that you guys knew about it too, so it could be an additional resource to you. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take a little bit of a clip from that conversation so you can get an idea of kind of the stuff that we're talking about. And then if that's interesting to you, you can go and watch the full episode. We'll link it below. Okay. If you're not already subscribed to that Financial Clarity podcast channel, you can also subscribe there to watch the YouTube video version of it, but you can also listen to the podcast wherever you have your podcast, wherever you like to listen to your podcasts. We are on all the platforms at this point. We would love to have your feedback as well. So if you could rate the show, that would be great. And then also reviews are awesome because they let other people know what is the show about and should they listen. So we would love to have your support there as well. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and give you this little clip of the conversation I had with Max Mogollon from KeyBank. Maybe we can talk about what we might go to the bank for if we're looking for some financing or we're looking for maybe a little bit of flexibility where we need maybe a bit of extra cash in our business that's not coming in because of the operations. Maybe tell us a little bit about some high level categories, things we might hear.
Yeah. So obviously, as we all know, there's many different reasons. It depends on the stage and kind of where you're at in your business, right? So some of the categories would be if you're starting the business from the ground up, okay, I have a plan, I have a vision, now what? Starting the business or expanding your business. Like you're saying, existing business owners, they're, $1 million in revenue. Okay, maybe it's time to grow to that next level. Paying off debt, consolidating any existing debt. I know sometimes, we can acquire a lot of things and you end up paying a lot more on interest. So it might be better to consolidate that to have interest on one loan instead of 5.
Right.
Then to, like I mentioned, acquisition. If you find another business in the area that's doing what you do, acquiring that business and adding that to your brand. Marketing campaigns, growth, those are big ones, or just to have as almost like insurance to have, cover unexpected expenses. As we all know, especially in today's day and age, things change every day. Things are always happening. And so it's always nice to kind of have that peace of mind that you have something there and available for you if anything does happen, if a truck breaks down or if, a machine breaks or anything like that. It's always nice to know I have this line of credit I can pull from. I won't lose any business. So those are some of the kind of main categories that would be the main reasons to need lending.
Mm-hmm. That makes sense. And I always like to tell people it's good to have something set up before you need it.
Proactive instead of reactive.
Yes. I think that having something like a line of credit in your pocket is that kind of insurance that you can have against, maybe running into a cash flow concern or, like you said, something you need to repair something, you need to maybe make an investment that you need to make a quick decision on, and you can't wait for, maybe an approval process on a loan, something like that.
Or there would even be your accounts receivable if there's a delay in receiving that, right? So
Yes.
kind of that cushion to get through.
Yes, absolutely.